My mom bought him for Christmas whilst running. It was the under 1 minute heart rate spike that confirmed things for me.
Oh, savage.
So do you think the device caught him during the vinegar stroke?
I reckon it would.
I really feel for the Maldives. Maldives? Because if this global warming thing is actually true...
They're screwed. They're screwed, aren't they?
They're screwed. They're absolutely screwed. Like they haven't got houses that float and bob like those floating pontoons where you catch the water taxi to get from like Opera House around to Bangaroo so you can bloody lose all your money at the new casino.
It's not like Venice, like canals or anything either. No,
they're flooded too. But anyway, the Maldives women's cricket team, believe it or not, they actually have a women's cricket team in the Maldives.
Good on them.
I thought that was
Go, ladies.
I just thought it was a series of like huts and shit built over the bloody sea.
I think it's just a big tourist trap where people go to get munted, isn't it?
One of the most amazing places in the world. The plastic hasn't actually got there yet, but it will. The women's Maldives cricket team, they have one, but they've suffered one of cricket's worst defeats in history.
Ooh.
The cricket team was bowled out for 8.
Ouch.
Against Nepal. Now, during the third place playoff for the 2019 South Asian Games women's cricket competition, 9 Maldives players were dismissed for a duck.
Oh, ouch.
For a Dave duck.
Dave duck.
Okay, they went out for a dick in their 20-over innings, and the opener top scored with 1 run.
Oh, my Lord.
Top scored with a run. Now, extras made up the other 7 runs. They're all sundries.
Oh, dude, how would you feel?
All of those were wides.
Oh, wow.
So
poor ladies. That's pretty terrible.
Have a look at the scorecard. So
there's a lot of duck eggs on there, isn't there?
Now, look, the person that came in at 5th drop, Zuna, who's the captain, lasted for 16 deliveries. 16 deliveries.
You think she could have just got 1 run in, couldn't you?
Now, there was actually only 2 golden ducks, which were the tail enders. You had Maha Nansir and then Sharma Ali.
Well, Sharma was not out.
She wasn't out, yes, but she was bowled, okay, Maha Nansir. The team total of 8 ranks as the second lowest WT20I score in history.
Oh. At least they went on the bottom, I suppose.
Well,
who got the bottom?
Mali owns that record after they could only manage 6 runs against Rwanda in June. Now, look.
You reckon they went back to the hotel, Rwanda?
Look, no, but I'm just thinking, hang on a minute, like Rwanda, like I've never been to your country and I'm sure you're beautiful people, but what are you doing playing cricket? Like, aren't you out there trying to mill food or something? That shit from the 90s still going?
I have no idea.
Do you know what? I figured out I'm actually an Australian Rwandan. You know,
this will be good.
The malnutrition makes the belly fat and all that kind of stuff, but you're quite thin in other parts. You've seen the kiddies on the thing. It's unfair.
Do you need a sponsor? Do you need someone to send you a Christmas card and a slab of beer every week?
Yeah, a Christmas card every week.
Please sponsor an Australian today.
This man is close to death. He hasn't had a beer in 3 minutes. Your money. Send it now and save him. Look, I've got some ideas for commercials that me and you could do just to pep up the burble.
Right. Well, that's going to be one of them.
We can do that.
We'll workshop it.
We can do that. But I don't want to sit in the dirt with no shirt on. Just like, with a stick playing with the dirt and then slowly look to camera like that with sad, doughy eyes. And
we can put you in a beer garden with an empty schooner glass and you just slowly look to camera.
No. Like,
turn it upside down.
We have people like helping me on crutches into a beer garden and sitting me down. Because you know how they have like images of like the child eating for once or
they
something.
Got the bottles of water and they're handing them out. And,
yeah. And then there's me and I've like, getting a keg or a slab or something like that.
And a packet of Smiths.
And a packet of darts as well.
Oh, that too, yeah.
Anyway, Rwanda, they hold that auspicious title there. It's great for women's cricket that they're doing it. No, it is, because obviously they've got these tournaments everywhere and all that kind of thing. But seriously, if you're living on a floating village and shit, that makes it difficult.
I guess so.
That makes it difficult for the Maldives to be have a cricket time.
Imagine being like the greenkeeper there. You'd be forever running the...
What green? That's what I'm thinking. Like all the pictures I've seen in the Maldives, they're just like, they're like things, atolls, like they're atoll villages built over the water. Do you know what I mean?
Maybe they got like, turtles to make up the pitch or something like Aquaman kind of deal. I don't know.
That's dumb.
The land of the free, Benny. It brings us so much joy every week.
What's it done now?
Well, There's a story here from American Airlines. Now, if you know anything about those guys, there's always something wacky going on with good old American Airlines.
Like getting hijacked and flown into buildings.
Wow.
Wow, that went down like a crashing plane.
Yes, it did. Oh, okay. Speaking of evil, because I am actually going to speak of evil, American Airlines has been forced to kick a passenger off because they were wearing a shirt that said "Hail Satan." Benny. Now, it was offensive. Now, they told her to change or be kicked off the flight. So, obviously...
Wait a minute. Is this like I'm wearing it for the shock value?
No.
Or is the person an actual Satanist?
She's an actual Satanist, a self-confessed Satanist. Now...
I want to know where this story goes.
All right, so Swati Runal Goyal, I think I got that right, was flying from Key West to Las Vegas. So she's going for a big weekend at Las Vegas, you know, the old American trope. We'll go to Vegas and play the slots.
Whatever happens in Vegas
slots.
Stays in Vegas.
So she got pinched wearing a black shirt with the text "Hail Satan" in all caps. Now, this is the best shirt. It's actually got "Hail Satan" and underneath "Established 666" and an upside-down cross. But anyway, it's obviously one of those Wish T-shirts, you know, the ones that take the piss. So she was seated with her husband when the crew member of the flight came up and told her to remove the offensive shirt or get off the plane. Now, delaying the flight until she swapped into an extra shirt her husband was wearing.
Wait a minute. She's a Satanist. That's her religion. Are you telling me in the land of the free...
Yeah, you can be any religion you like as long as it's Jeebus.
Hang on a minute. They shouldn't have been able to do that. She's got grounds to sue those.
You probably will.
Like, you can't do that. Like, if I was offended by someone wearing like a Jesus T-shirt on a flight and I barred up about it, I bet you I'd lose. I'd bet you I'd lose.
Probably.
Because it's the indoctrinated story that everyone apparently just has to bow down to the fact that Jesus existed and he's the one true Lord and all that.
You know what?
But what if someone gets on a bloody flight with a Ganesh shirt on?
That's cool.
Or Buddha.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or a Star Wars.
Or the Great Flying Spaghetti Monster T-shirt.
Or the Great Flying Spaghetti Monster. They've done up there.
They have.
They're liable. That's
because she has actually come out and said she is both an atheist and a member of the Satanic Temple, and she bought the shirt to support the church. So, you know, that's a legitimate religion, and you're right. But I don't know. If it goes against your main religion, are you allowed to...
Hang on a minute. You got a main religion and
in America,
spare one?
In America, the main religion is Christianity. And Satan is like, you know, the Ford to the Holden of Christianity.
The main religion in the United States is the NRA. Well, that's what the main religion is over there.
You make a good point. But anyway, but she went to play the offence card, as any good American would do, and she said, "The gentleman asked me if I understood what offensive meant." So she's talking about the flight attendant, obviously. She said, "I'm a foreign-born minority woman." So playing that card, of course. And I know what my shirt means and my T-shirt is not offensive. She usually says that she's met with giggles and thumbs up from people who get the irony in the T-shirt. Now, she's also a vegan. Of course she is.
I know, I'm still supporting her. That's fine.
Yeah. And she became a member of the Satanic Temple because of its tenets, which include showing kindness to all creatures.
Yes.
And the Satanic Church is actually pretty cool. They're pretty chill.
And that is part. It is exactly right.
They're just like, if you don't with me, I won't with you, and don't do any dumb shit, and we're good.
Yep.
And that's a great way to be with a religion. It's not like, let's kill all the brown people, you know.
Or kill any type of people.
Well, yeah. So she said she's not a goth and doesn't have piercings, and she wasn't wearing a shirt that had a goat being beheaded on it or anything, which is fair. She was wearing hiking pants and vegan sneakers. The f*** is a vegan sneaker?
I don't. Maybe something that's made synthetically.
Yeah, probably.
That didn't harm, rape, or defile the earth or any animal or some shit.
And then she told the Post, which is where we're getting this story from today.
Is this the Huff?
It's BuzzFeed.
BuzzFeed, yes. Of course.
But she told them that she had to apologise to her goth friends for the comment.
What do you mean apologise to her goth friends?
Well, I don't know. What comment did she make? Oh, maybe she said, "I'm not goth, I don't have a T-shirt with the beheading of a goat on it," and offended the goths that way.
Oh, my God.
And she didn't have piercings as well.
And she didn't say anything bad about My Chemical Romance? Sorry, one more for the speed round, because it's taken up most of this podcast. An art installation. I'm saying that in inverted commas. Oh, my seat bounces when I do that.
It does. You should see him. He's going up and down.
I'm riding a Sibian. An art installation which consists of a banana duct taped to a wall has been sold for $120,000 at an art fair in Miami, Florida. That money could have been better spent on cocaine. I've never tried cocaine, but if it's in Miami, it's got something to do with cocaine or the porn industry.
Or gators.
Or speedboats and Don Johnson and Miami
Wasn't
Vice.
the original Vice City, Grand Theft Auto Vice City set in kind of like Miami?
Kind of Miami.
Yeah.
Organisers at the Art Basel Miami Beach exhibition said 2 editions of the work created by artists, in inverted commas.
What, it took 2 of them to duck?
Artists. Okay. No, one, his name is Maurizio Catalan, sold for $120,000, while the price of a 3rd edition had been raised to $150,000. The title of the work, now mind you, it's just a normal yellow banana with silver duct tape.
Yep.
Taping it to a wall.
Did he sign the wall or anything? Do you get the wall if you buy the painting, or is it just the banana?
Well, he's laughing all the way to the bank. The banana is many things. It's a symbol of global trade, a witty double entendre, and a classic device for humour. That's what the spokesperson...
It's this Matalan taking the piss. That's what it is.
Well, no, Catalan,
whatever.
Maurizio. Well, anyway...
Sounds like a Star Wars character.
An art journalist says the piece is the talk of the town in Miami at the moment. Now, you can tell if society's collapsing when stuff like this becomes prevalent. That was a comment for a Twitter user in response to the art.
That is the most level-headed, best comment I've ever seen on Twitter ever.
Now... He reckons he spent a year
What?
on this art piece with the banana and a piece of duct tape. It is the most ridiculous thing. I'm looking at a picture right now of a woman taking a photo of it on her phone.
Yep.
And it's just duct taped to the wall. I can tell you what right now, if that is what art is at this point in time, then me, I'm in the wrong business. I should be earning money. Duct tape and other shit to other things.
I duct taped a kid to a wall once in school.
Yes, you did. I was there. I was actually handing you stripes of tape.
I wonder how much that would be worth now. Duct tape to the wall. He had a briefcase. He deserved it.
Did too. Verbal listeners, this kid, if he's a listener, then call him. We want to hear from you. Send us an email, the verbal.
I want to have a beer with you.
Yeah, we'll have a beer with you. We'll get Dave around. Dave the dickless duck.
Oh, God,
I've got a feeling that we're going to hear from Dave the dickless duck for many episodes.
I think so. I think we should tape Dave to the wall.
Tape Dave yes.
Tape his ex-dick to the wall. Like, go to the vets, get what's left of his schlong.
Mate, money in the bank.
The Battle. This is going to be good. With Benny and Az.
And as now we're down to the level where we normally are on the Burble podcast.
Ooh, emergency room.
Not quite.
Oh.
Not quite. But it's a bodily function that apparently is going to make someone a lot of money. A man whose farts kill mosquitoes.
Yes.
Claims to have been signed up by an insect repellent company probing the secret of his killer gas. I'm not killing.
Oh, my God.
All right, his name is Joe. He's 48 years old from Kampala in Uganda. He says boffins have launched a study into the chemical properties of his unique trouser toxin. Apparently, Joe's known around the city as the man to befriend if you're sick of mosquitoes.
Oh, my God.
The man who can single-handedly sit on his ass and kill malaria.
He is
we found him.
The human weapon of mass destruction.
Now, he's an odd job man. Like, he just basically does odd jobs.
Just get him round a fart.
No one in his home village has ever contracted malaria because his powers knock out insects over a 6-mile radius.
Get
6-mile radius.
I can only imagine what they smell like.
If that's true, then it would make his fallout zone larger than the atomic bomb which was dropped on Hiroshima.
Wow. Do you reckon it's just mosquitoes or other small insects die as well?
Well, let's continue with the story.
All right, let's do it.
Local barber James says he's known all over the city as the man who can kill mosquitoes with his farts. Is this why they've got a food shortage? Like he's crop dusting?
He's literally crop dusting. He walks past, some lettuces and they all wilt.
They say when Joe's around, we all know that mosquitoes vanish. Now, he's respectful of people around him and he only farts when there's mosquitoes around which bring malaria. His farts get rid of the disease.
Jesus Christ.
You've got students wall to wall in universities trying to solve cancer. How do we get rid of malaria? And then some Joe turns up from Uganda and just lets it rip.
And it's gone.
And then